Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Data Structures Theory session. No more internal discussions now. Focus here. We are continuing our second unit, linear data structures, where we have seen array, stack, queue, and linked list is the current topic. Under linked list, we have seen singly linked list and singly circular linked list also. And after that, we have started doubly linked list. Now, doubly linked list, where we have both the direction pointers, forward and backward. So we have next pointer and we have a previous pointer. So every node in a linked list is gonna have two pointers. Every node is going to have address of next node as well as address of the previous node. So the benefit here is if you want to go for backward direction, if you want to have the previous node address, you can directly have it. Now, based on that discussion, the doubly linked list advantage, disadvantage and all, we have also started insert operations on doubly linked list. We have seen this one, insert first, and we have seen the insert first. Pseudocode, we have also covered algorithm. And that's where we stopped in a previous lecture. Let's continue with this one. Now, what we have decided is we are going to have a look at few insert operations. Now, if you know what you exactly need to do here, then it is no different than the singly linked list. The additional part is the previous link. Everywhere, the additional part is what? Previous link. Otherwise, it is similar to the singly linked list. So what we'll do is we'll see insert first that we have already done. Let us have a look at insert last and maybe insert at given position. Right? Other, I believe you can do it by yourself. So let's go through it. Let's have a look at insert last. Now again, you need to think about possible cases. What if your linked list is empty? Then whatever new node you create, that will become the last node, that will become the first node. What if you have few nodes already in your linked list? Well, in that case, you have to traverse till the end and then you have to insert a new node after that. So possible cases are something like you may have your start pointing to null where your linked list is empty. And the other case is where your start is pointing to a node, right, which further points to the next node and so on. The last node next pointer will be null. All the node will have previous pointer pointing to the previous node, and the first node previous pointer will be null. There may be any value. Now let us say this is what the condition is, and what we want is we want to insert a new node. So definitely we require a new node n. Now how do we have a new node? In terms of algorithm, you go for avail. In terms of program, you go for malloc statement. So let's say we have a new node n. Once we have a new node, definitely we are simply going to store new node data. Whatever value given by user, new value, store it. So whatever value is there, x, let's say you have stored that value inside the data part. Inside the data part. Now that is also done. Now the process remains is how do we maintain the pointers? If new node is the last node, then its next pointer should be null. So let's do it because it is fixed. New node next pointer must be null if it is going to be the last node. So we store null here in the next pointer. and that is fixed. So we need not to check anything else. Any of the case, it is going to be null. Now, previous pointer, new node previous pointer depends what is the case. If your linked list is empty, then new node previous pointer is going to be null. And if your linked list is not empty, then new node previous pointer should point to the previous node, which is actually the existing last node. Now the question comes, how do we have the existing last node? Well, for that, we need to traverse. Traverse your list and go up to the last node. Well, so in this case, what we need to do is we have to handle both the cases separately. If your start is already null, then what you do is new node previous pointer is going to be null, and in that case you also update your start, right? First case, we need to update our start. The start must be pointing to the newly created node there. So the second statement is going to be start equals to new node. Now, if there are multiple statements, curly bracket. Now that's your case 1. In the else part, you are going to handle the second case. And in the second case, first we need to traverse. So let's take tr start and let us traverse. Tr equals to tr points to next. And we want to stop at the last place. अगर आपको last node पे रुक जाना है तो आपका condition रहेगा tr next not equals to null. Now this is going to stop at the last node, existing last node. tr रुक जाएगा last node पे. So this is the current status. Your tr is at a last node and your new node is there also. तो आप क्या करोगे? First of all, you are going to set your previous pointer of a new node. So let's do it. New node previous pointer equals to tr. So this much part we have done. Now after that, don't forget to update this link. Existing last node must point to the newly created node. मतलब tr का next update करना होगा new node से. So the next statement is going to be tr points to next is equals to new node. Last में tr का next नया node बनेगा. So we have maintained those pointers properly. Okay, and that's all the process we need to do here. So if we look at the algorithm, the same process we are going to follow. If avail is null, memory बाकी नहीं है, overflow, nothing to do, return. Otherwise you are going to take a new node from avail को update करो. प्रोग्राम में ये सब कुछ निकल के malloc statement आ जाएगा. Okay, once you have a new node, you set data of a new node. You also make new node next equals to null. Because नया node जो है वो last node अगर बनता है तो उसका next always null रहेगा. So up to that, clear. Now then we handle both the cases separately. अगर start null है तो नया node first node बनेगा, previous null, update your start and return. If that is not the case, then we have to traverse. So let's take ptr Repeat some process until your PTR next becomes null. PTR equals to PTR next. You're going to traverse. Now when this while loop terminates, आपका PTR जो है वो last node पे रहेगा. PTR next equals to new node previous equals to PTR, and you are done. Right? So that's the insert last. Have a look at this entire process once. If you have any query, you may ask. I'll take a pause here for a while. Read this entire algorithm one more time. Okay, so, well, no query. I believe it is clear. Let's go further and have a look at next algorithm. Insert at position. Now, do you remember what we have done at the time of singly linked list? किसी को वो याद है? Singly linked list में अगर insert at position करना था तो हमने क्या किया था? Three variables. Up to the position we need to traverse. ये तो सबको पता है. लेकिन प्रीवियस नोड ना होने की वजह से, प्रीवियस लिंक ना होने की वजह से हमने क्या किया था? पोजीशन -1 तक ट्रैवर्स किया था. इफ यू रिमेंबर, पोजीशन तक मत जाओ, पोजीशन -1 तक जाओ, सो दैट इट बिकम्स इंसर्ट आफ्टर. अगर पोजीशन तक जाते हो तो वो केस बन जाता है इंसर्ट बिफोर का. एंड अगर इंसर्ट बिफोर करना है तो आपको प्रीवियस नोड भी चाहिए जो सिंगली लिंक लिस्ट में आपके पास नहीं था. बट इन डबली लिंक लिस्ट you have that previous pointer which gives you the address of previous node. So it makes it simple here. You can run your traversal process up to the given position. तो आपका TR जो है वो exact position पे रुकेगा. Now if at that place you want to insert a node, तो आपका existing node पीछे खिंच जाएगा. Which means आप जो नया नोड डाल रहे हो वो something like insert before है. Let me draw it and tell you. Well, अब यहाँ पे केस क्या बनते हैं? What if your linked list is empty? If your start is null, then what? If your linked list is empty, still position 1 can happen. Right? So, sorry. Look, what happens here is your cases will depend on position. What is the given position by user? And we always check whether it is valid position or not. Whether your linked list is empty or not, we don't focus on that. We only focus on whether given position is valid or not. If your linked list is empty, still position 1 may occur. If your linked list has 5 nodes, then any position in between may occur. Even position 6 may occur, and it is possible. If you have 5 nodes and position 6 is a valid position, it becomes insert last. Yes or no? It is possible. So we have to think about that. अब अगर पोजीशन 6 यूजर ने दिया है और आपके पास 5 नोड है, इफ यू ट्रावर्स अप टू काउंटर बिकम्स 6, तो आपका टीआर नल हो जाएगा एंड यू हैव अ प्रॉब्लम, बट स्टिल इट इज अ वैलिड पोजीशन. If you have 5 nodes and user gives position 10, now before you reach at 10, your TR becomes null and you can say it's invalid position. So it doesn't matter आपके पास 1 नोड है या 5 नोड है या 0 नोड है, when you traverse your linked list, आप काउंटर लोगे और काउंटर प्लस प्लस करके अप टू पोजीशन जाओगे, बीच में ही कहीं अगर TR null हो गया तो invalid position. But what about the special case? Last, insert last. How about it? Huh? Well, let me show you the algorithm. Can you understand this algorithm and tell me whether there is any problem or not? Try to understand this thing. Look, this is not complete. The other part is on the second slide. Okay, so try to read this one and tell me, is there any problem till now? Let's go for the backward understanding. अभी तक हमने क्या किया था? We have tried to understand the entire process, और उस process को समझने के बाद हमने algorithm लिखा. Let's try the reverse path. What if someone has given you the algorithm and you have to test कि भाई ये algorithm सही है या नहीं? So have a look at this process and tell me, do you find any problem here? That was one example. That was one example. But focus on position. Your spatial cases will depend on position value. So number of cases will depend on position. Whether position is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. If position is 1, then that is one spatial case. And that's what we handle separately. Now if position is 1, then it is insert first. और insert first जो है वो start null में तो भी चलेगा, और फिर start के पास कोई node है तो that's what the code you have in step number 5. If position is 1, then you have a new node next equals to start. अब start अगर null है तो null आएगा, अगर start existing node को point करता है तो वो node का address आएगा, चलेगा? Then new node previous is null, because every first node will have a previous pointer null. Then you update your start and done. So this part is nothing but insert first. और insert first करते वक्त start null है या नहीं है, doesn't matter. This will handle. So अगर position 1 है तो ये काम करना है. Okay, what if position is not 1? Position is something else, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any number. Then we have to traverse. So we have taken PTR here and we have taken counter. Now, based on that counter, this is what the process you are going to do here. Now, test this part. ये कोड चेक करो और बताओ यहाँ पे कोई प्रॉब्लम है? Or it says step number 8, 9, and 10. That's nothing but iteration, traversal process. PTR equals to PTR next and counter equals to counter plus plus. Hence counter plus 1. So it is traversing your list and making your counter increase by 1. लेकिन वो कब तक traverse करेगा? While PTR does not become null, आपका list खत्म नहीं हो जाना चाहिए. अगर लिस्ट ही खत्म हो जाता है तो पोजीशन कोई मैटर नहीं करता. So that's PTR not equals to null is additional condition. But what condition we should focus here? Counter. Based on the counter, you are going to find your position. So you'll say, okay, counter not equals to what? Position or position minus 1? I have written position minus 1 here. What do you think? आपको कहाँ तक जाना है? पोजीशन तक जाना है या पोजीशन माइनस 1 तक जाना है? Okay. So you said that, okay, I'll take my counter up to the position. I'll go up to the position. That's it. Just a minute. Yeah. Let's understand that part. That is the tricky part here. Let us understand this is the existing list where positions are 1, 2, 3, and 4th position is empty. So I can use it. But I can not go for 5, 6, 7, 8 positions. Those will be invalid for me. If position is 1, we have handled that case separately. तो उसके बारे में नहीं सोचेंगे. हम सोचेंगे पोजीशन 2, 3 के बारे में. लेट्स फोकस ऑन दिस पार्ट. अगर यूजर ने पोजीशन 2 बोला है तो आप टीआर ट्रावर्स को कहां तक लेके जाओगे? अगर आप टीआर को अप टू द पोजीशन लेके जाते हो, ओके, अगर आप टीआर को अप टू द पोजीशन मतलब काउंटर को अप टू means equals to position तक लेके जाते हो, then TR will be pointing to the second node. And if you want to insert a new node at second place, अगर नए नोड को आप सेकंड पोजीशन पे डालना चाहते हो तो एग्जिस्टिंग सेकंड नोड धक्का मार के पीछे खिसकाओ उसको, राइट? तो एक्चुअल में आप कहां पे इंसर्ट करते हो न्यू नोड? बिफोर टीआर. बिफोर टीआर. अब बिफोर टीआर इंसर्ट करना है तो उसके आगे वाले नोड का एड्रेस तो आपको मिल जाएगा. आपको प्रॉब्लम वहां पे नहीं है. You do not have problem at that place. But the problem occurs पोजीशन 4 इज वैलिड। अगर मैं इक्वल टू पोजीशन तक अपने टीआर को लेके जाता हूं तो टीआर बन जाता है नल, एंड दैट्स वेयर वी हैव अ प्रॉब्लम। अगर मैं काउंटर को इक्वल्स टू पोजीशन तक लेके जाऊंगा तो टीआर बन जाएगा नल। अब बिफोर टीआर कैसे पॉसिबल है? अगर टीआर खुद नल है तो बिफोर टीआर इज नॉट पॉसिबल, and here we have a problem. That's why what we do is we are going to traverse our linked list up to position -1. आप क्या करोगे? पोजीशन -1 तक लेके जाओगे एंड देन आफ्टर टीआर इंसर्ट का प्रोसेस करोगे। You are going to insert a new node after TR, and that becomes easy. So now let's focus here. I'm going to traverse my list up to position -1. So अगर लास्ट के बाद वाला भी पोजीशन है तो मेरा ट्रावर्सल प्रोसेस लास्ट नोड पे अटक जाएगा, राइट? So if my pointer TR is pointing to something जिसके बाद नया नोड इंसर्ट करना है, I want to insert a new node after TR. तो ये ट्रावर्सल प्रोसेस हो गया. Then what we do? Now if you reach up to that position -1, उससे पहले ही अगर TR नल हो गया तो इनवैलिड पोजीशन. अदरवाइज व्हाट वी डू इज नए नोड के नेक्स्ट में एग्जिस्टिंग नोड का नेक्स्ट डालेंगे. नाउ लेट मी गिव यू दैट एग्जांपल हियर. कंसीडर योर टीआर इज पॉइंटिंग हियर. यूजर ने पोजीशन दिया था 3. यूजर ने पोजीशन दिया था 3, तो हम 2 पे रुक गए. वी स्टॉप एट पोजीशन 2. So your TR is pointing to the second node, and you want to insert a new node at third position, means you are going to insert your new node here. उस केस में आप क्या करते हो? न्यू नोड नेक्स्ट पॉइंटर TR का नेक्स्ट नोड, न्यू नोड प्रीवियस पॉइंटर TR इटसेल्फ. ये समझ में आया? New node next is TR next, and new node previous is TR. नए नोड के पॉइंटर को पहले अपडेट करो बिकॉज इट इज अ प्योरली न्यू मेमोरी, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ओनली देन आफ्टर यू गो फॉर एग्जिस्टिंग पॉइंटर्स. जो नेक्स्ट नोड है पोजीशन 3 पे, कैसे मिलेगा आपको? कैसे मिलेगा आपको? TR नेक्स्ट कर लो या N नेक्स्ट कर लो, आपको क्या मिलेगा? नोड 6. क्या मिलेगा? नोड 6. उसका प्रीवियस पॉइंटर आपको अपडेट करना है. उसका प्रीवियस पॉइंटर आपको अपडेट करना है. सो TR नेक्स्ट जो भी मिलता है उसका प्रीवियस चेन बनाओ यहां पर. दैट्स गोइंग टू बी द न्यू नोड. और उसके बाद लास्ट में आप TR को अपडेट करोगे विद अ न्यू नोड. TR नेक्स्ट इक्वल्स टू न्यू नोड. मतलब 4 पॉइंटर आपने अपडेट किए यहां पर. लेट्स गो टू द एल्गोरिथम. न्यू नोड नेक्स्ट इज अ TR नेक्स्ट, and new node previous is TR itself. Then what you do is TR next मतलब next node, उसका previous pointer आप नए नोड पे लेके आओ और लास्ट में आप TR का नेक्स्ट न्यू नोड कर दो. सिक्स पॉइंट्स टू एक्स की बात कर रहे हो आप? Look, this was 1, this was 2, this was 3, and this was 4. Statement. Statement was in this sequence. Arrow. So that's what we maintain. अब यहाँ पे एक additional if आएगा. What if you do not have this node? The third statement must be under if. अगर यूजर ने लास्ट पोजीशन दिया है तो आपका टीआर जो है वो लास्ट नोड पे रुके, तो टीआर का नेक्स्ट हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल? टीआर का नेक्स्ट अगर पॉसिबल ही नहीं है तो उसका प्रीवियस कैसे मिलेगा? नॉट पॉसिबल. सो दिस थर्ड पॉइंटर व्हिच वी आर अपडेटिंग, it must be under if tr next is not null, only then you update its previous pointer, right? And that's what I wanted you to point out. जब मैं पूछ रहा था कि यहाँ पे क्या प्रॉब्लम आपको दिखेगा, this is what you should point out. Okay, otherwise this entire insert at position algorithm is perfect and it handles everything. हाँ, अगर ये if आप नहीं लिखते हो, then most of the time no one is going to make your algorithm process wrong. Anyhow, it is going to update the pointer and it's okay. अगर नहीं है तो नहीं करेगा. हाँ, ये कोड अगर आप लिखते हो तो प्रोग्राम आपको एरर देगा, रन टाइम एरर, वरना इस एल्गोरिथम में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. नॉर्मल एल्गोरिथम स्टेटमेंट्स परफेक्ट. रन टाइम एरर अगर आपको हैंडल करना है तो ये एक इफ स्टेटमेंट आपको डालना होगा. एंड दैट्स द रीजन मोस्ट ऑफ द बुक्स आर not writing this if condition, and without that if condition still this algorithm is perfect. Okay, yes, your question. पहला बेस स्टेटमेंट नवा नोड में. ओके, देख के खाली है. जो लास्ट में नवा नोड जाएगा, पोजीशन लास्ट પછી ગઈ છે, વેલિડ છે. નવો નોડ મૂકી આના તો નવા નોડ ના નેક્સ્ટ માં શું આવશે? નલ આવવું જોઈએ. શું આવશે? ptr next આવશે. હા, ptr next શું હશે? નલ જ હશે. Okay, any questions? Well, if this not happens, then invalid position and you return, right? So that's insert operations on doubly linked list. Let's have a look at, look, I'll upload this PPT and you'll have all these other insert before, insert after algorithms. You just need to test it, what problems you found or whether it is perfect or not. You have to implement these programs and then you'll find whether that code works properly or not. Let's focus on the delete operations now. Delete operation on doubly linked list. Just like insert, let's have a look at few delete operations. Maybe delete first, delete last. Maybe delete before instead of at position. delete માં ચલો આપણે એમ કરીએ કે delete before check કરીએ. So we will see delete first, delete last, delete before. Other delete operations you have to complete. Let's focus on the first one, delete first. Now first and last હું always બતાવું છું because that is the starting point from where you actually start thinking how this process should go on. This is kind of a triggering point for you. How delete process should start, how insert process should start. And if it is proper, then you can go for the upcoming path, right? Let us see delete first. If your linked list is already empty, nothing to delete. So if your start is null, nothing to delete, print out a message and return. And that's going to be the common if else in all delete operations. Now if your start is not null, which means if your start is pointing to some node. Now there might be two cases. What if you have a single node and what if you have multiple nodes? So these are going to be the two different cases which we need to handle. And we are thinking about delete first. पहला node delete करना है, so you want to delete this thing. पहला node आपको delete करना है. Now case number 1, अगर एक ही node है आपके पास, then your start should become null. पहले node को आप delete करोगे, linked list खाली हो जाएगा, start should become null. अब कैसे पता चलेगा कि आपके पास एक ही node है? If your start next is null, then you have only one node. Make it free and update your start. Make it free and then update your start equals to null. So this is your case 1 and over. If you do have multiple nodes, then in the else part, what you have to do? Now you want to delete this the first node, a first node which is pointed by start. Now ठीक है, चलो उसको किसी भी तरह से मैं free कर दूंगा. अगर उसको free करता हूं, then what should happen here? What should happen here? हमें क्या करना है? अगर पहला नोड डिलीट करते हो तो आपका स्टार्ट जो है वो सेकंड नोड पे जाना चाहिए. हमें स्टार्ट अपडेट करना पड़ेगा. ओके, व्हाट एल्स वी नीड टू डू हियर? What else we need to do here? सेकेंड नोड का प्रीवियस पॉइंटर नल होना चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर फर्स्ट नोड डिलीट हो गया तो उसका एड्रेस गया. तो सेकेंड नोड के पास जो प्रीवियस पॉइंटर है वो नल होना चाहिए. यस? नो, બે કેસ એક નથી. Anyhow, you need to have one if condition. અને if condition ક્યારે આવશે? જ્યારે સ્ટાર્ટના પ્રીવિયસને નલ કરવા જશો ત્યારે. સ્ટાર્ટને અપડેટ કર્યા પછી સ્ટાર્ટનો પ્રીવિયસ નલ કરવો પડશે, રાઈટ? જો સ્ટાર્ટ નલ છે તો એનો પ્રીવિયસ મળે, તો ક્યાંક તો if else લખવું પડશે, otherwise both the cases are same. So we'll see where you are going to write if else. But this is how you first think and you handle both the cases. So in this part, what you do is you update your start equals to start points to नेक्स्ट स्टार्ट को अपडेट कर दिया सेकंड नोड पे. अब वो सेकंड नोड जो है उसका प्रीवियस आपको अपडेट करना पड़ेगा विथ null, and then you can make your first node free. अब फर्स्ट नोड कहां पे है? किसको पता है फर्स्ट नोड कहां है? Let's take backup of first node address so that we can make it free. So before we update our start, हम start जो first node को point करता है उसका backup ले लेते हैं. उसके बाद start को second node पे लेके जाओ, second का previous null करो. आपने सारा कुछ maintain कर लिया तो last में जो first node था DEL के अंदर उसको free कर दो. Now this is what the process we think of. Now as our friend says, दोनों केस सेम ही है. Can we handle without if else? So in that case अगर if else आप major if else आप निकाल देते हो तो आपको प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा यहाँ पे. In first part if your start becomes null तो start का previous नहीं मिलेगा. So anyhow कहीं ना कहीं तो आपको if else लिखना पड़ेगा, बाकी चलेगा. And in that case you have to take extra variable. So it depends on you how you are going to maintain. This is the case which we were discussing. अगर पहले if else नहीं लेना है तो आपको बाद में if else लेना पड़ेगा. Let us see that algorithm. So if start is null, underflow खत्म हो गया, then anyhow you have to take one extra variable जिसको आप free करोगे. Free. You are going to update your start to the next node. अब start के पास एक ही node है तो start के next में null आ जाएगा. So वो update हो गया. And then before we update pre, we have to take extra care. अगर start null नहीं है तो उसका previous मिलेगा and we make it null. So this is what the second part is. अगर आपको इनिशियली इफ एल्स नहीं लेना है तो आप इसको इफ एल्स में डाल सकते हो. ओके, एंड दैट इज द एल्गोरिथम. बोथ आर करेक्ट, आप कुछ भी लिख लो चलेगा. दिस इज डिलीट फर्स्ट. So tell me, what do you need to perform in delete last? Okay, पहले चेक करेंगे underflow condition. If start is null, then underflow. Then what if you have only one node? That's gonna be the last node. उसको आप delete करते हो तो start becomes null. Correct? Otherwise we are going to traverse up to the last node. मतलब tr को लास्ट नोड तक लेके जाओगे, tr को डिलीट करना है. अगर tr को डिलीट करना है तो उसके प्रीवियस नोड का नेक्स्ट पॉइंटर नल होगा. बस, no need to update start. So think about it and try to write that algorithm. In next lecture I'll quickly go through that algorithm and we'll go for further delete operations. So that's all for today. Thank you everyone. Thank you for being part of this session. See you in the next one.